Hi, this is Fred with Echo360, and this is a short demonstration video to walk through the instructor experience in our platform. So instructors can browse directly to echo360.org and log in with their institutional credentials. We also have options to log in directly as a single sign-on through the learning management system. The first page that users will see when they log in is the Echo360 library. The library is where users can upload, download, manage, edit, and share their content. And it's also where they can access content that has been shared with them via course, groups, or even directly. At the top of the page, you'll see a Create button. If I click on that, I have two options. I can either upload a file that's on my computer, or I can click to create a new capture using our universal capture software for Windows and Mac. So here I'm using this on my MacBook, and I'm using the built-in webcam, microphone, and the built-in display. I can initialize a capture by clicking the Start button here, and that will send that recording to my personal library. Or I can click Edit Capture Details, and I can enter a title. So I'm going to publish this video to this weather and climate course. And I do have the option to live stream, but in this case, we're just going to do an on-demand recording. So when we're ready, we can just hit the Start button. We'll get a quick 5-second countdown, and then the application will minimize, and then whatever I'm showing on my screen is being captured as full motion video. You'll see the application updates to show you that it's recording, and then you can see a counter at the top here. And then when you're ready to end the session, you can do that with keyboard shortcuts, or I can even open up the application here. And the application is doing a progressive upload the entire time it's recording. And what that means is that when I hit the stop button, the majority of that video will have already finished uploading. And we do that because we want to make the video available almost immediately after you stop the session. Right, so you can see it gives me a link where I can go directly to review the video that we just captured. And then whatever I'm showing. Okay, so back in the library, let's take a look at some of our video sharing options. I can share the video with an individual. I can also share with links, which can either be public or limited to users within the institution. You can share the video into as many courses as you want. And then lastly, we have options for group-based sharing. Next, let's look at our media editor. Our editor enables you to easily perform crops from the beginning, middle, and end of your video. You'll see thumbnails for the video and display feeds, and you'll also see an audio WAV file. And if you want to get a close look at the timeline, you can use this magnifier to zoom in. You also have the option to select the source view that you want, either the video or the content feed. If you've made edits that you want to remove, you can simply click the undo button, or you can click the redo button to put them back. When you're ready to save your edits, you can either save this to the current version, or you can save your edits as a new file. And at any point, if you want to go back to the original version, you can simply click on the restore button. Now let's take a look at some of our instructor workflows from within the learning management system. I'm demonstrating this inside of Canvas, but we have similar workflows with all of the leading LMSs. So here I'm in this weather and climate course. What you'll see on the side nav bar is a link to Echo360. And when the instructor clicks on this, it will do a single sign-on and automatically pass the instructor into Echo360 based on the user information from the LMS. The course homepage is where students will go to access all of the content that has been published to this page. It's also where the instructor can go to access really powerful analytics data. We'll come back to that in just a little bit. We also have a link to the Echo360 library, so you can access the library directly via a single sign-on through the LMS. And we already talked a little bit about the library functionality. Next, let's go into assignments. And there are a number of different ways that Echo360 content can be added to assignments in the LMS. First, let's create an assignment and embed an Echo360 video into it. Give it a name, and you'll see the Echo360 button right on the WYSIWYG rich text editor. When we click on this, we'll see a modal with three options. I can select an existing video from my library, I can create a new video using our universal capture software, or I can upload a new media file. In this example, we'll just go ahead and select an existing video and click Insert. Okay, and then students will have immediate access to that video right within this assignment. Let's look at another example where the instructor has embedded a video which also has some polls attached. If we scroll down, we can see on the timeline here, there's 2 polls, and that means that the student will only be able to view up to that point, and then they'll have to respond to the poll question before they are able to continue. And the instructor has access to aggregate and student-specific data right within the Media Details view in the library. Instructors can also create an assignment that requires students to create a recording and attach their video. So in this example on dense tissue, the instructor has added the requirements and objectives. And let's go ahead and take a look at the speed grader. We'll see that we've got one student response, right? And then the instructor can grade it and provide feedback right within this assignment. So let's look at one last example. In this case, the instructor has uploaded the PowerPoint presentation and also added a few poll questions, and then created an assignment that links right from within the LMS to the session. So students can bring their laptops or their mobile devices into the classroom and follow along and interact right on their personal device. First, let's look at the instructor view. So here the instructor has the presentation, and they can just project this up to the big screen. They can advance the slides. They can also see an index of all of the available slides. Instructors have access to the discussion thread, and they can also see real-time confusion data, so they can see how many students have flagged confusion on each slide. Let's jump to the student view. So students can access the content right from within the LMS. They have a copy of all of the slides, with the exception of any slides the instructor may have hidden. They're able to take digital notes and tag their notes against the slide numbers. Students can ask electronic questions, and they can also flag when they're confused. Let's take a look at a poll question. How high above the horizon does the sun get at the autumnal equinox in Ann Arbor? We're going to choose letter C and submit. Let's switch back to the instructor now. Right, so the instructor can see there's one student who has responded. They can close the poll, display the results, and display what the correct answer was supposed to be. All right, so we can see one student responded and they got the answer correct. If I switch back to the student view, the student can see the results posted by the instructor, and all of the data is anonymized. So students will never be able to see the responses provided by their classmates. However, the instructor does have a separate learner analytics dashboard where they can see robust data on all student interactions. Let's take a look at that now. So here we're looking at the learner analytics dashboard within the course. Instructors have a graphical view of all of the video sessions, along with a breakdown by color for the individual engagement metrics, including video viewing, note-taking, polling, slide views, discussions, and confusion flagging. At the bottom, there's a tabular view of the same data, and any of these columns can very easily be sorted, and the data can be exported to CSV file. If I click on Students, now I'll see a student-specific view and a list of all of the students in the course. You can see all of their engagement activities across all of the videos. Each of these different engagement metrics rolls into a numeric weighted engagement score. And that score can be customized by the instructor. The engagement score makes it easy for instructors to rank the students and identify the least engaged students in the course. And more often than not, there's a correlation between low engagement and the students who may be at risk. If I want, I can open up an individual report for one student. Now I can see a list of all of the videos along with the data on how that student interacted with each video. Instructors also have an engagement dashboard, which will highlight the 5 least engaged students in the course. And it will also indicate the content that has been flagged as most confusing. And instructors can very easily click right into the video to the point where confusion has been flagged. Okay, and the last thing to highlight is that instructors can push the Echo360 Learner Analytics data back into the LMS gradebook. So in this example, we'll select the activity score for the polling activities and click Publish. So that's a brief overview of the instructor experience in Echo360.